Hello, friends! Woo! I'm so sorry. I'll never do that again. Oh no, I spilled something on myself. It could either be Coke Zero or lettuce, or I somehow drooled on myself. Um, Hello, friends. All right, let's check out the chat. We have Wendy Sue. Hello, Wendy Sue. And we have John. Hi, John. Yay! Thanks, guys, for joining. I had every intention to post a little trailer and everything on the YouTube channel and my Instagram like last week. That did not happen because it just didn't. But at least I got something up today and I had a lot of fun creating the trailer today. So that was very cool. I know it's late, and as it turns out, I just do better in the evenings. I'm sorry. Okay, the problem with long hair is it does stuff like this. It curls back and it tickles you, and it's like, and then you think there's a spider on your face, so you slap yourself in the face, but it's not actually a spider. Okay, so last time, or the time before, my volume was quite low, so please let me know if it is low. I have raised my mic sensitivity. We're a little early. We have like 1 minute left. Oh, no, it's 10 o'clock now. Hello! Welcome, everyone. This is the, I guess, the first episode of official Ink with Me, Inky Messes, and I'm very excited. I've never actually done this before, so I'm kind of winging it. But I'm going to just be doing what I usually do by myself when I have a new notebook. So my plan is I have some things selected. You can hear some of them. I have some things selected, and I have a new notebook, and I will tell you a little bit of background about the notebook and why I'm doing this. And I think it'll be really good. So let's get going. Okay. It's really fun. So first of all, this is the notebook. It has a name on it. Now, I there's a lot of thoughts in my head. None of them make any sense at this moment. However, I'm going to just go through it step by step. So, the notebook has a name. I will tell you why it has this name and whose name it is and what we're going to do with it. So let's first of all open it. This is actually a brand new notebook, clearly, because it's still in the little plastic doohickey. And I can't get into it. It's very annoying. Why does this happen? Ooh. Okay. First of all, I want to keep this because I need to keep the notebook separated from others so I don't use the wrong notebook. I'll give you details. Okay, this is the new Hobonichi notebooks. And so this is it's one like this one, which is the one that I used in the last two videos. So it is just a blank, like a plain Tomoe River. This one is actually blank. And it is Tomoe River. If you're keeping up with the Tomoe River saga, there's like the Sanzen, which is now what Hobonichi is using. I don't know if this is the good batch or the bad batch. I really don't know. It doesn't matter. Scented plastic bags, but it smells like Tomoe River. Now, do you guys have notebooks? Do you have new notebooks? Are you using it? You don't have to have a new notebook. That's not a requirement. I am just using a new notebook because I have to do this anyway. It is kind of time sensitive because again, I'll tell you the story, but the person who's going to receive this will receive it on October 25th. So I have to do this anyway, and I just thought it would make sense to do it together. So the first thing I like to do is smell it. This is a requirement because I'm a maniac and I have an excellent sense of smell and taste. And I just absolutely love the smell of Tomoe River that has been sealed in plastic and sequestered with its partner papers. And it's just so good. It's so good. So, hello, Cindy. Oh, this is so exciting. You have a new notebook from Sugar Turtle. Oh, okay. Beautiful. You've never used it. This is perfect. So, I suggest we use fountain pen friendly paper just because I happen to be using mostly fountain pen and ink stuff. You don't have to use a fountain pen friendly notebook. It is not a requirement. That is just what I'm going to be using. So, first thing I like to do, this is a plain one. So, I kind of like to do a little bit of decorating if it is not already decorated, like this one is, or you have Michelle, you said you have a Sugar Turtle Studio notebook. Those are usually already with a really cute cover. Mine is here. I'm too lazy to get it, so I'm not going to do it. But what I want to do with this, I will show you. So I have a Posca marker, which is here. It is just the white one, but I have many, many colors because I have problems and I really like them. And I am going to do some stickerage. So we're going to put a couple stickers on here. Now, I got some new stickers. I really don't know if... I haven't looked at all of them because there's like 500 of them. Look, I'll just give you an example. I'm not kidding. There is a lot of stickers. So I haven't... oh no! Oh no, I just dropped half of them. Anyway, I guess you could say things are going really good right now. So I'm going to just pick out a few and we're going to do stuff with them and we're going to decorate the cover a little bit. Just a little bit. Because I find this helps with the breaking in process procedure. So let's do some stickers. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so we have a candle with a moon and moon phases. That's a festive one. That's just totally random. This is like Tinkerbell. Okay. Okay. These are really hard to see because they're clear and holographic. Okay, let's do the moon. Let's do that moon. And the hands kind of freak me out. That's another moon. That's the same thing. This is a sun. Oh, okay, let's do those three. Okay. Okay. Yay! Hello, sub girl. Thank you for coming in. Okay, so these are what we have selected. I'm not good at like design and stuff, so I cannot do the decorating nicely. I'm gonna just do whatever. So the real challenge is going to be getting the sticker off the backing. Okay, so I mean, I'm really excited about these stickers, but they were very inexpensive. And so part of the problem with really inexpensive stickers is that, okay, if I don't get this in the next like 4 seconds, we're abandoning the sticker. We abandoned the sticker. Let's try the sun. It's like, it's impossible to do this. Why? I've even grown my nails out, which I absolutely hate, but just so I could do the stickers, so I could get in between the sticker sheet, like get into the sheets of the sticker. Listen, we're not doing stickers. I can't deal with this. I cannot deal with this. Let's just write the name. So on the front, we're gonna just write the name. And so this is one of the things that I do with plain notebooks, just because I like to decorate them a little. So this notebook is going to be going to a very good friend of mine, and her name is Rosie. So we are going to just write Rosie, and by we I mean me. So if you have a notebook, you could do it on the inside front cover, or on the front if you want, or not at all. But I'm gonna just write her name. So if you would like to do this, you could write your name. You can write your plans for this notebook. I think you should just write Inky Messes, quite frankly, because we're going to be doing this regularly, so you could have a dedicated Inky Messes notebook. So we have Rosie, and I'm going to give her a little heart. Okay. And then let's do at the bottom down here, I'm gonna name the notebook for her. It's gonna be Inky Messes. And then I'm gonna give little hearts right at the bottom. Okay, so have we labeled our notebooks? Have I used tweezers for the stickers? That would be really smart. I just get angry with my stickers and curse at them. I have tweezers nearby. I'm just too lazy. Next time. So it's very simple. It's not decorated. It's just, I want to know who this is for, and I want the recipient to know what the intent of this notebook was when I started creating it. So let's get going. Grab your notebooks, peeps. I actually skipped the first page because I hate how this cowlicks. Like, it's a cowlick like that, you know, like it does the cowlick. And it's like, oh no, the first page, we're not, I won't do that. So I'm going to go straight to the second page. Oh, use the ball of your finger for stickers, not the nail. So like, pull it. Okay, okay, hold that thought. Don't hold it, because it could be a while, but I will remember that. I will. Okay, first page. Okay. These are some of the tools that I use when I am doing inky messes on an A5. So I have an A5. This is the pencil board. It's very flexible. It's really just, I don't really use it for the guide. I use it more just to prevent my pens and nibs from printing through. And then I use a sheet of paper because it has multiple uses. Sometimes it serves as a bleeder thingy, and sometimes I use it for my grease. It's very sexy. It's like, oh, my hand grease. It gets in the way. Right, never use the first page, right? It's weird. It's weird to use the first page. I don't even want to use this page. I'm going to go in 2 pages. We're going in 2 pages. Okay, we're in 2 pages. Now, because this is a dedicated notebook. So here's a quick story. Rosie is a wonderful friend in the Toronto Pen Club, and I had dinner with her on, I don't know, it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. And one of the things that she really liked, because we were talking about inky messes, was the idea of helping people break the anxiety of a new notebook. So part of the thing is that's what we're doing here today, with kind of like a little bit of a guided walkthrough. And she thought, well, you know, why don't you help people by breaking in the notebook for them? And I was like, oh, Rosie, you're such a genius. Rosie is a genius, just for the record. So I thought, as a thank you gift, and just like a I love you gift, I thought I would do that for her. So that is why we are doing a Rosie notebook. Now, what I want to do is write Rosie. Okay. So, this is just how I would break in a notebook. There are many, many ways to do this. This is just what I'm doing. So what I'm going to start with is some ink splatter. Now, I have a variety of pens. I have my little dirty water container. Sounds really wrong. Of course, my pipette is just out of reach, so we're going to have to use our hands. Okay, so I'm just doing this. This is messy. There is absolutely no reason that what we are doing here has to be clean and tidy. The only thing is that I have a really nice keyboard here that does not belong to me, so I just need to make sure I don't spill on the keyboard. And I have a napkin in case there is an incident, as it were, an inkcident. So I have dirty inky water on the page. I'm going to take my Pilot Parallel. You don't have to use a Pilot Parallel. I just want to use something that is big and juicy so that we will cover a lot of paper real estate and make the main point. So the main point is going to be, I'm going to write something, and So I'm just going to write Rosie first of all, and the Rosie is going to be the highlight. So why don't you, since we are doing kind of like an Inky Messes thing, why don't you write Inky Messes? Does that work for you? So let me write Rosie, and then I'm going to write Inky Messes. It's really hard to think and do at the same time. Okay, so we have Rosie. Yes, I am going over the center. But why? Why not? Okay, so Rosie gets a heart. Okay. And then because we're doing Inky Messes, so I'm going to just go a little bit lower. And I'm going to write Inky Messes. So Inky Messes. Now, I know what some of these inks are. I hope you don't like any of them, so I don't have to explain them. But I know what most of them are. It's really encouraging, right? Okay. Oh, Subgirl, you have some fresh Toronto Pen Company folded pens. This is perfect for Inky Messes. I absolutely love them. And I can say without a doubt that Toronto Pen Company is wonderful and does stellar work. Of course I eyedroppered my parallel. Who uses... I mean, is it a mess? Absolutely. Do I care? No. No, I don't care. I'm pretty sure all my parallels are eyedroppered. I am not interested in cartridges and converters. I'll only do it if I really have to, but in this case, all my parallels are eyedroppered. So we have written Rosie, Inky Messes. Hopefully you have something like Inky Messes on your page. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to outline what we have written. So you can use the same pen. It does not have to be different colors. It doesn't have to be anything special. It could even be a ballpoint pen. But I'm going to use a fountain pen just because I like the colors. And I am going to use a TWSBI. And my TWSBI has a broad nib. I'm pretty sure. Yes, it's a broad nib. And the ink is a kind of contrast. I don't know color theory. It is not my thing. So, oh yeah. Oh, we're definitely going to blow through the tines. Don't worry. That's not, we're going to blow through the tines. So, let me just show you what I mean by outlining. So, if you were in my live last week, you would have seen we did inky splatters and then crawlies, and then we outlined it. But I also like to do it like this because it really helps to kind of create a focal piece for me. And here's a thought about the fact that we are writing in a brand new, really nice notebook, probably expensive. Like this isn't a copy paper type notebook. And if it is, that's also totally fine. Just in this case, it's not. Here are some thoughts. You're thinking, I don't want to ruin this absolutely perfect notebook. But there's no such thing as ruining a notebook. It is just not a category of notebook existence that is something we even need to consider. There's no such thing as ruining a notebook. Whatever you put into your notebook is something, and it does not have to be, like, it doesn't have to be an art piece. Who is deciding anyway, right? I mean, who's deciding this? Like, oh, that is not appropriate art. I mean, I guess it depends what you're drawing, but it doesn't matter. There is no sole purpose for a notebook. And the reason we have all of these notebooks is for exploring, for having fun, for sniffing them, for enjoying them. And I mean, it's such a thing that we really like hype ourselves up and freak ourselves out that whatever we do in this notebook has to be perfect. There's no such thing as perfect. There really isn't. Okay, I wrote down this beautiful line. Let me tell you this. I had to write it down because I would forget. Um, or to go. Oh, it's a. Sorry, I think it's in my my YouTube the snippet the caption on the YouTube where it's like practice makes progress and progress makes pentastic. Listen, if you are not writing in your notebook and using your pens and enjoying your inks and exploring, there is absolutely no point in having paper as a medium and having inks as mediums and having pens as tools. It just makes no sense to have all of this stuff. So, if you want to eliminate the guilt that you may or may not be feeling of like, oh my gosh, I have so many things, I have so many notebooks, I can't buy another one, start using them. That's it. That's all there is to it. You just got to start using them. And like any skill, the more you practice and the more you explore, the more you're going to learn. Okay? So I have outlined. Now look, I was going to say, look at my hideous outline. And then I thought to myself, gosh, Gourmet Pens, practice what you're preaching. It's not hideous. There's actually nothing wrong with it. My whole goal here was to outline the name, so I had a bit of a centerpiece. And so that's what we have done. Okay? Next, I'm going to outline my inky messes. I just want to catch up on the comments here, see if I missed anything. I said the B word. I know. You squished your... Zavi. I squished my pilot parallel nib unit into a Jinhao 9019 body so they travel easier and fit into a proper pen case. Absolutely. That is one of the downsides of the pilot parallel. It has that very long body. I mean, there is a reason for it. I don't care about the reason because I can't stand the bodies fitting into pen cases. I'm so sorry. Oh god, hang on. That was why I had my mic low last time. I'll try to catch it in time. Ink marks and splatters are capillary receptacles. Absolutely. It has to be a perfect mess. Absolutely. MA, I know, I love this. I've become way too precious with my notebooks. Yes. Messy joy, drops of joy. I mean, honestly, what will it matter at the end of the day if you have used a notebook in a way that has given you the joy of using your pens and inks, creating colors and stuff, and like, is it what you may have envisioned? Maybe not. Who's judging? So we have to remember that. Who is judging? It's really just ourselves. And then, right, thank you. No more negative self-talk. It's beauty, sheer beauty. It's sheer beauty. Now I'm also employing my inky water splats because I enjoy throwing inks together. I find this really helps with things like being really particular. So, some people are very particular about blending things, about ingredients touching, about colors mixing, and I have found that just doing it makes it less scary. So that's why I'm just doing it. I'm just doing it. What's the worst that'll happen? I don't like the color? Big deal. You don't like the color? It really doesn't matter. Color is subjective anyway, right? Like, we don't all see the exact same shades and tones and colors. So it's, you know, they say beauty's in the eye of the beholder. It really is, because everything is so subjective. I mean, except for us, because obviously we're awesome. That's not subjective at all. Okay, so what I'm doing, just creating my little outline. Oh no, Subgirl, did you fly? Oh wait, the altitude difference from Bay Area to Reno. Oh no. Now's your chance. Here's what you do. You take him to the hotel bathroom sink. you wash them all out, and then just put your put your hands, with inky hands, right onto your page. Like, just make an inky handprint. It's okay. That is totally fine. We're gonna do that. We're gonna just like make an inky handprint. I'm gonna do it just for you. Just for you. So, creating an outline. Now, of course, this doesn't usually take as long to do when you are actually making your page. It's just that I'm rambling and having fun chatting with you. But if it takes you longer, that is also very okay. Now, one of the things I also make sure to do is not measure what I'm doing. I am really just winging this because the chaos kind of adds to the inky mess excitement, and I very much enjoy it. So, if you have fountain pens and you are doing this with a fountain pen, have you ever tried flipping it upside down and using your breather hole? That is just an option. Not all fountain pens do this well, and a couple things to think about. You need to have very low profile to the body because you need to be able to get it low on the page. The other thing to think about is if your nib is plated or coated, rubbing it on the page can rub your coating off. Clearly, I don't care because I'm doing it anyway. But just to give you an example, I'm just going to turn it upside down and then just use it. It's kind of like a folded brush blobber thingy. I don't know. It's just a way to get more ink on the page, and I enjoy it. So, cathartic chaos. Do I ever use a water brush? I do have water brushes. I think they're fantastic. They're just out of my reach, and I'm lazy. So, I'm really good at this. Clearly, I'm so good at this. Okay, let me show you some goods. We have... Okay, let me show you some new inks that I have in the shop while we're doing this. Let's just... Why not, right? These are White Bear pens, and I tried to match the inks to the pens a bit. So these are my new Epitome Pen inks, Epitome Pen Co. ink collaborations. And so I tried to match the color of the collaborations. So let's do this together. It's going to be a bit of a doodle stack. So what we're going to do is grab a pen or a brush, whatever you want. We're going to do some concentric circles. Boop. So just like this. Now, they don't have to be tidy. They don't have to be perfect. Sometimes you can get those like spirograph things and make perfect little circles. We're not doing that. We're just going to make some concentric circles. Is this concentric? Is that the right word? Watch me say like, oh, let's do this. And then I might even use the right terminology. So what I'm going to do, I have 3 different colors. And we're going to just build some circles around what we have outlined. So if you have written inky messes and outlined it, let's just build around it. So what we're doing is starting the center and working outwards for building up our inky messes page. There is absolutely no rule to how many of these you do. And it really, honestly, truly is up to you. There is no right or wrong answer. Wait, there's no right or wrong answer. I don't remember what I was going to say after that. This is, first of all, one of my favorite things about just inky messing is exploring the colors that I just pick randomly. I have never done a page with these kinds of colors before. I mean, I've obviously done them separately and with others, but never like this, and I'm very much enjoying how this is coming out. Okay, so this ink, I will put captions and descriptions and all that stuff, but this yellow is called Fabulous. So, it's very fun. This material, so the pen, all 3 of these pens are White Bar pens, but this material was poured by White Bear Pen's mom. And it's funny because like I'm obsessed with her materials. She also did this one. So now I have like 3 or 4 of her materials. Anyway, let's keep making circles. Circles. This one I'm very excited about. I mean, I'm excited about all of the colors, but this one is a fantastic purple. It has a little bit of sheen, not a lot. And the ink is called Criminal. Sometimes, and actually very often, I try to name the pens and inks that I kind of collaborate on with a story. These have no story. I just wanted to call. I looked at them and I was like, yes, that purple is criminally good, and that yellow is fabulous, and that's how I came up with it. I guess that is a good story. That is a good story. I like it. Okay, so we're making some circles, and then circles. These are very messy. Now you'll see right here, remember the inky dirty water I used at the beginning? It's still there. And doing something like this, not avoiding it, not avoiding wet ink or puddles, is just a way to expand your color palette, your inky mess, in a very organic way. Like, this is not planned out. It's just, it was there and I just went for it. So, those circles are done. We have one more color. Mama White Bear. Exactly. She's so cute. This last color kind of matches the barrel. And this one is called Watermelon Slushy, because I absolutely love watermelons. That's pretty much the reason. And I really just wanted a really happy palette. So when I was speaking with Vinamra, who owns the Epitome Pen Company, about collaborating on inks, I was like, I really want a happy palette. And so I just came up with these random colors, but when he actually was able to produce the samples and I saw the samples, that's when I came up with the names. I was like, yes, criminally good. Watermelon slushy. And so fabulous. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited about this. There is no right or wrong answer, and thank you, Simmerjeet Sani. They're spirals. What is it? What? I don't know what a concentric circle is, apparently. I do know that I'm scared of centrifuges, even though I have used them many, many times. And for some reason, concentric, whatever. Listen, I don't know. I'm not a circologist, okay? I'm not a shapeologist. Okay. So, we have kind of framed our centerpiece, and I have showed you some colors. Now, one of the things that I would like to do is, if you have an ink sample, or if you have an ink cartridge that has a whole bunch of ink that you don't really care about and you just want to use it up, or even if you like the ink, we're going to use it up. So let me just grab this one pen that I forgot to grab. Okay, because this has a converter in it that's quite full. So this is the Dutch Pen Show pen. It's the Esterbrook SD Sugar Rush. It does not taste like sugar, FYI. So I've got a converter here with some ink. I don't know what color the ink is, obviously. And so what we're going to do, if you have a converter, I would like you to push the ink up to the top. Okay? So it's like you're giving yourself an injection. And you got to get the bubbles out, the air out of the channel. Okay. We have done this, and so I just want to show you that we're going to just make some squiggles. Just some squiggles with our converter. It's so funny that, I mean, I'm guilty of this because obviously I buy all sorts of tools, but you can just use a converter and make fun shapes. Now, when you get really good at this, I'm not really good at this, but when you do get really good at it, you can like turn your converter as you're writing and just do it one-handed. That's really cool. It's like, oh, I'm pro. Ah, Jaybird, concentric circles, complete circles inside each other that don't touch. Thank you. I did not know that. Now I know. That's wonderful. Sugar rush. Yes, we don't want a stevia rush. What about like a monk fruit rush? Monk fruit is probably my preferred of the natural sweeteners, whatever they want to call it. Okay, so we are doing this. We're just doing squiggles, you know, kind of using the centerpiece as the base, and we're just doing like a sunburst of squiggles. I like this color. I wish I knew. I wish I knew what this ink was. I quite enjoy it. I think it was last episode or something. Pertinux gave me a very special request. She asked me to sing to her. She said it's her favorite thing on the planet. Monica, after all these years of using fountain pens, it never occurred to use a converter for drying. Right. It's just a really, I mean, it just makes sense. And it actually started out with me trying to maximize the usage of the ink in my converter. I was like, oh no, I can't waste the 0.000 mils that is left in the converter. And so here we are. Now we're going to do a border. Okay, so I'm using my parallel. You don't have to use a parallel. You just want something that is inky. Like you want it to be a little bit wet. So what we're going to do, we're going to take some water. Yes, the Sailor converter has a huge opening. It is a bit nuts. Yes, we will be doing Diamine's Celadon Cat in the next Monday. Okay, so we're going to do a border. Here's how I do a border with a pen that is not like a 12 millimeter hammerhead shaped tip. We're going to get some water. We're going to just dab it along the outside. If it's messy, it does not matter. In fact, messy, good. Messy, good. Perfection, bad. Well, perfection, not bad, but perfection, unattainable. Let's make a mess. Have fun with it. We're just blotting. We're just dabbing. Honestly, this ink in this water, I don't even know what is in here. So, sorry, no, that's a little bit off the camera. Let me pull it down so you can see. Okay, so this is just one side. I'm going to put this to the side. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our pen and we're going to just kind of color that in. And so for people who do actual like watercolor art and stuff, you're obviously used to, or you're very likely used to doing color washes and stuff. So we're going to just dab our ink in the water and then just, I don't know, fill it with our fingertip. So it doesn't have to be a perfect line. In fact, a perfect line is no fun because what's the fun of perfection? And then, oh, I just got a whiff of the Tomo. Oh, so exciting. And then we have it up here. Okay. So here is my sweet border. Look at that. Yes, so pro. So pro. So good at this. Okay, should we do the other side? We're going to do the other side, but I'm going to pick a different color. Oh, I know. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. So I bought this from a friend. It's a Franklin Christoph candy stone, and it must be one of the more new ones that they have made because I love the smell of acrylic when it's been turned. So yeah, I guess you could say I'm a bit of an acrylic sniffer. What up, Lord Hibachi? I thought you were like in bed or something. I know this is a really late time. I'm so sorry. It turns out that I prefer nighttime to any other time of existence. And so, unfortunately, this is my hour to flourish. And listen, I'm going to tell you something really embarrassing. Before I started this, when I was picking, like 2 hours ago, but when I was picking the pens and stuff to use, I was watching Twilight. Yeah, on Netflix. Have you seen Twilight? Anybody seen Twilight? It's really bad. So, I guess you could say I was, I don't know, finding inspiration in the fact that that movie, the whole series is so bad. It is not perfect, and look how successful it is. So, don't worry about perfection. Just put it out there. Put it out there because someone is going to appreciate you and enjoy what you've done. Okay? Okay, so I'm using the back of my nib to do my little border smearing. This ink is a Sailor. It's one of the Cult Pens exclusive inks. I'm pretty sure this one is Papaya. And that kind of makes me laugh because the Cult Pens is in the UK, and I don't know, I believe papayas are not native to there, so it just makes me chuckle. I'm okay with this though. This is totally fine. So, here's what we're doing. So I hope you're all making a border with me and not regretting your life choices of being here. And if you are, too bad, because we're having a good time. Oh no, I just smeared it all over my finger. That's okay. Your skin. Yes, Lord Hibachi, the wolf guy loves the baby. It is not that simple. He imprinted on her because that's what happens when you're a werewolf. Get with the times, learn the story, please. Thank you very much. Okay. So here's what we have so far. Now, I just want to tell you a little bit of a story, just while a bit of the parts dry, and it is relevant to the inky messes that I'm doing. So, like I said, Rosie Fernandez, she is a local pen person and a friend, and there's actually a wine named after Rosie. And so Rosie is a producer for the Canada Broadcasting Corporation, and so she had done an interview with someone who's a poet, and the poet just so the quote is, "I think your name is a poem." So that's what she's told Rosie. And so I wanted to write the poem on this page. So while this dries a little bit, because I need to be able to write, the poem it's very short, so I'm just going to read it to you. I would wear gardenias and orchids in my hair. I would buy some hot sauce called Jump Up and Kiss Me. I would offer it to strangers. If I had a name like Rosie Fernandez, I would know how to tango. I would sing anywhere. I would tap dance on sidewalks. I would fall in love insistently, spend hours in cafes with a broken heart and good coffee. Oh, if I had a name like Rosie Fernandez, I would know it. So it's so beautiful, and I don't know, I really love it. And so in coming up with this, I thought, okay, part of giving this to Rosie would be just, she's had such an impact on so many people, and I thought that it would be really cool to commemorate that in this notebook. So at the same time, I'm trying to not laugh at the comments of Lord Hibachi imprinting on Ultim material. Yes, I just bought a pen. I actually bought 2 pens today, even though I have obliterated my pen budget. One of them is Ultim. No, it's not Ultim. It is Ultim. It's the black. The black Ultim from Eureka. Is it Ultim? Somebody help me out. Simmerjeet, you know what pen I'm talking about. It is a it's like they're black Ultim, but they've also mixed it with like 30% Peak or something. Anyway. Okay, I'm just dabbing a bit of the ink up so that I can put my very high-tech paper down to write over top, because we are going to write, or I'm going to write. So if you want to write the poem along with me, I'm going to just put a link in the chat to the poem. But you don't have to. You can also just write whatever you want, but we're going to just what we're doing is filling in the smaller spaces with some words. It is the diamond. Yes, it's the one with the diamond facets in the barrel. Okay, so if I had a name like Rosie Fernandez, so I'm going to start with that. If I had a name. And the thing with this is I am obviously writing over everything. There is no actual expectation that this is going to be perfectly visible because it is going to blend with other stuff. It's just that for me, it adds sentimental value and meaning to the pages of the Inky Messes notebook I have created for her. So if I had a name like Rosie Fernandez, my camera tilted up a little. Hang on. There we go. I would wear gardenias and orchids in my hair. See, Pertinox, I feel like this is a poem that I should sing for you. This is what you were asking. I would wear gardenias and orchids in my hair. And I mean, obviously, some of you know Rosie in the chat, some of you who are friends with her or have met her, and it's just, I don't know, it's really awesome. This poem is just really beautiful. Oh, out of frame. Sorry. Let me move my chair over. Yes. If you had a name like Hibachi Dude Me, well, I can say that maybe Lord Hibachi will sing on this channel one day. I don't know if I'll stick around for it, but I would buy some hot sauce. Okay, so after this line, I'm going to switch pens. I would buy some hot sauce called... Okay, now I'm going to switch pens to something more bold and vibrant. And yes, let's do this. Neon orange. Jump up and kiss me. So I'm going to write that, which of course this is... I store my parallels upright and I haven't used the orange in a while, so let me just get it going. Called. Oh yeah, this is so good. Jump up. And now what I'm trying to demonstrate in Inky Messes without saying it explicitly or explaining it or pointing it out is that it's okay to make an inky mess. Like, it's okay to blend your inks and have them cross over each other and get all dirty on the page. Like, this is okay. This is totally fine because, I mean, why not? Who's judging, right? Who cares besides yourself? And who is criticizing besides yourself? And if somebody else is criticizing you, you point them in my direction, and I will... No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I won't. I'll probably just cry and run away. But, just... Okay. I would offer it... Oh no, I gotta cough. Hang on. Oh no. Made it just in time. Like a pro! I would offer it to strangers. And then sometimes I just do lines. You know, why not? There's ink all over this hand. It's kind of sticky. I have to make sure to wash that off and not put it on my face. Sorry. What are we singing? So, I don't know. I don't want to be a player no more. I will not sing that. Thank you very much. I will only sing things I believe in. I will remain a player. A pen player, an ink player. Okay, I'm continuing on the poem. If I had a name... Sorry, I'm off screen again. Like... Next time I'll put my camera up a little higher. I wasn't really paying attention to the size of the notebook. Like... Rosie Fernandez. I would know how to tango. Listen, now is also the time to explore your handwriting, explore your cursive, your printing, your mix and match, whatever it is. Like, this is the time to explore what you enjoy. Nobody is judging. I'm not judging. I would know how to tango. I'm gonna do this. I would sing anywhere. I really love doing this kind of thing when I have written a lot on the page already, because the inks blend really nicely. And I can tell you, Rosie Fernandez has a voice that will absolutely knock your socks off. I think I wrote, I would sing anywhere. I would tap dance on sidewalks. So this particular notebook that I'm doing, because I am doing this for Rosie, I'm personalizing it a little bit. And if you in the audience would like to do a notebook that is personalized for you, we could always do one together, or I could do it for you. I'm just saying, it's just an option. So that is a thing I'm working on creating. So I'm just doing some squiggles, because why not? And then let's pick a different pen. So this pen doesn't belong to me. It belongs to a friend, but it's been inked. This ink has been in this pen for 3 years, and it still wrote. So I know we all knock Visconti for being hilarious, but this is killer. So we're gonna write, I would fall in love insistently. I would fall in. And I'm gonna flourish this love a bit. Fall in love insistently. Ignore your lines. Don't use guide paper. Just let go. Just write. Give the words that feel important to you emphasis and space as it comes. Don't worry about, oh, it doesn't fit in the line, I've got to break up the lines. Don't worry about that. That is not the point of Inky Messes. Spend hours in cafes with a broken heart and good coffee. So this, yeah, this is really nice. I mean, it's so, I don't know, it's so beautiful. I mean, the author is, hang on, let me get the full name so I say it proper, or say the correct name. Wendy Morton. And I think she just captured this so beautiful. So, with a broken heart and good coffee, broken heart and good coffee, and then that's kind of the body of the poem, and then the closing line, let me see if something, let's use this one. I'll shake her up because, oh yeah, love the smell. So the closing line is, oh, if I had a name like Rosie Fernandez, I would know it. And so it's the kind of, the clothing line is powerful. I would know it. I really like it. It's like, I know who I am, and I know who I would be. So I don't know, I think it's really nice. And then, so that's the poem. Yeah, please do a poem ode to Lord Hibachi. I would really enjoy that. You're working on building your pen budget. Well, see, the thing is, I build it and then I blow it, and then I think, I mean, I don't need groceries for a month. I could just use my grocery budget and buy pens. And so that's what happens, and I'm very responsible. Oh, Wendy Sue, you have a degree in music? Okay, that is way cool. So, Wendy Sue will be a guest. We haven't picked the date yet, only because I have not gotten back to her yet. But Wendy Sue will be a guest on Gourmet Pens and Friends. And so I might have to make her sing for me, because it's like, listen, Wendy, it's either you sing or I sing, and you don't want me doing the singing. So it's best if somebody qualified does it. And so we're going to do, let's do, yeah. So girl, I also enjoy doing the swirlies. So let's do swirlies. And so now that the page, like the content of the page is done, now is when I will go in with all the random things, all the random colors, and I will swirl it up. I'll fill in those holes. I'm not going to finish that sentence because anything I say will sound wrong. Let me just show you something you could do. So you got your ink. It doesn't have to be this container, but just, you can make swirlies with your finger. They're very big and loose, but you could do swirlies. And it's a very, very open swirl. An open swirl. You just wrote Lord Hibachi in your Inky Mess. That is so funny. Look at that. He's infiltrating. So yeah, let's do pinky swirlies. Oh, sorry, it's off screen again. Yes, can I zoom out? Probably. Let me see if I can figure that out. I actually don't know. Okay. Oh, we don't want to do that because that is the rest of me and we don't want to see that. So, yeah, at some point we could figure that out. Oh, wait. No, I don't know. Is this better space? That gives us more room to look at. I'll try. At the end, I'll turn off my face cam. We don't need to see my face anyway. And then that'll give us the whole thing to preview. So, yeah. Let me see. So here's another example of something you could do. I have an ink cartridge that's open. You can, I mean, you could just, I hate ink cartridges. I don't want to do that. So, you can do swirlies with your ink cartridge. There are no rules in Inky Messes. And I love calligraphy and I appreciate calligraphers so much. But I do not have the patience to be consistent and structured all of the time. I am chaos. It is chaos here. And so I want tools and I want, I don't want to call them skills because they're things, but I want techniques and I want to do explorations that are not structured because I don't want structure. I don't want structure. I already structure enough. And the fun thing about this is you could also use your ink cartridge when it's empty. Instead of flushing it out, just refill it with water and use it for Inky Messes because it'll have a bit of ink in it. It'll get diluted. And then you could do stuff, just Inky Mess stuff. That's all. And it's so much fun. And so my final suggestion for your Inky Mess page is to just draw lines across it. So whatever you have, you can grab a pen, you can use a ruler if you want. I don't use rulers. And so I just start in one edge. And I just draw lines all the way across just for fun. We do lines. We do lines. We do swirlies. We do songs. The internet's gonna die because it hates me and doesn't want my song. So this is what we do. And so there, we've used up some of this ink cartridge that I don't really know what was in it. And this is probably a point that I would stop on this particular page, because this is a page that has words on it that I would like to be able to stand out. Do I mostly use inked pens, and when do I choose to use dip nibs? I do both. I use ink pens if they are the nib sizes that I need, and if they're inked with colors that I feel would be suitable. I use dip pens like quite a bit on in addition to the inked pens, because you can just add layers with it. So I would not use them in lieu of fountain pens. I would still use my inked fountain pens and then use dip pens for other touches. So it could be for adding like a shimmer ink highlight in a corner, or let me just see if I have a shimmer. I could just show you what I mean by that quickly. Okay, this one is inked and very, very, very dirty. I'll show. Very dirty. So, for example, what I mean by adding shimmer in a corner. So I could take a parallel or a dip pen or something, and anywhere that's wet, I would just add some ink, some shimmery bits. So that's just an example of what I would do to highlight, touch up, add on. And then I will take a little blower and then just do a bit of blowing so you could see a bit of the shimmer. But it depends on the piece. It depends on my mood, like what I feel like making. Sometimes I feel like having all of my pens out and doing everything with all of them, and sometimes I don't. So it really depends. But we could absolutely do an Inky Mess spread where we use a lot of dip pens, like the Toronto Pen Company folded pens, the Kakamori nibs. So we could do that, so you could just get some ideas on how you could stack these tools and inks and enjoy them. So I want to keep this reasonable because I know it's late for a lot of folks, and I don't want to bore you. I want to keep it exciting, you know? It's like, oh, I want you to come back and be excited. That's creepy. Sorry. But also just want to be, you know, respectful of your time. So let's see if I could figure out how to do this. I'm going to turn my video face off. Okay. That might be the extent of what I could do. So that did not, well, that's kind of, yeah, you can kind of see it, right? So this is the full spread. Okay, no, we didn't see all of it. I'm sorry. I'll figure it out next time. So we did borders, we did a centerpiece, we did swirlies, we did, like, we highlighted the centerpiece with outlines, we made sunburst waves, we used a bit of ink splatter, some water splatter, and we added some words. So, yeah, that is pretty much it for this Inky Mess. I hope it was fun. Like, I hope you got some ideas, and I hope you were able to break in a new notebook. Yes, sorry, Pert Ducks. I could adjust the camera, but let's not do it now because I'll probably drop it on my face or something. Or directly into the shimmery bits. But I had a lot of fun, and it means a lot to me that you guys came out and joined me. Hopefully you got some ideas for decorating and inky messing, and if you want, you can keep this particular notebook that you have started for inky messing with me. So this Friday coming, the special guest will be a corgi lover and a nerd, And I'm just trying to drop hints. Once it is absolutely finalized, I will do the thingy where I post the trailer on YouTube and pin it on my Instagram and everything. But it will be the same time, Friday, October 18th, 10 p.m. Eastern. And then on the Monday, we can do another inky mess together. And we will be doing Diamine's Celadon Cat, the ink, because it is one of my favorite inks. It will be, actually, that'll be a serial inker episode. And it'll be really nice because it is actually one of my favorite inks, and I have a lot of bottles of it because I use it up a lot. Yes, it is true. It is true. And it's going to be, it's really, we're just going to have fun. And I know he would love if you guys were able to join too. So it'll be really nice, and I'm looking forward to it a lot. So thank you all so much for joining Monday night. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead of you, and take care. And if you have any ideas or suggestions or anything, please, as always, feel free to send me an email or Instagram message or whatever. Email's probably easier because my Instagram fills up a lot. So gourmetpens@gmail.com. And please, if you want to share your inky messes with me and you want to tag me, I would love to see them. That would be so cool. It would make me really happy. And you'll probably inspire me as well. So have a wonderful night, everybody. Take care. And we'll see you hopefully on Friday. Bye.